It's Lisa here from Arcane and Stellar. Welcome to my channel. I'm glad that you're here today for another pick a card reading, which is timeless, so whenever you come across this video, this can be a message for you. So in this reading, we're going to be looking at a person on your mind and what they think of you. How do they perceive you at this time? What are they thinking? So yeah, you can choose more than one group for more than one person. You can feel drawn to more than one group for one person. There are no rules here. Just stick with your intuition, okay? So we have group number 1 here with Rainbow Moonstone, group number 2 with this candle holder, group number 3 with this butterfly, and group number 4 with this pendulum. So 4 different groups. Timestamps will be down below. I want to say a huge thank you to everyone who leaves a comment, who subscribes, who's so supportive to me. Thank you all so much. And I want to say a big thank you to Catherine. Catherine got me 2 decks off of my wish list recently, and it was the Green Witch Oracle and the Pure Magic Oracle. Definitely amazing decks. The links will be down below to where you can purchase them on Amazon. They're affiliate links, just saying. But I always throw back any affiliate money I get back into the channel. But, so yeah, if you do click the link, yeah, and then you purchase something, of course, it gives me a little bit of a bonus there. But, yeah, these are amazing decks. I've already been using them in personal readings. I'm really digging them. So thank you so much, Catherine. I'm so grateful for your kindness and everyone's kindness. Like, really, thank you, each and every one of you. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. I wish you guys have a beautiful, wonderful day wherever you are, and I'll see you in your reading. Hey friends, so if you chose group number 1 here with this Rainbow Moonstone, this is your reading. So let's go ahead and dig in and find out what the person on your mind thinks about you. How are they perceiving you? I will point out that people's perception of us does not always match what we think of ourselves. Oftentimes you can be very self-critical, so don't get too down on yourself if you're hearing positive things. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear any of that riffraff. I believe each and one of you are special, and especially for those of you that might get like, oh, I'm not that great. I don't want to hear it. Well, I want to give you a hug, not hear it, I guess. You can always come to me and complain. Anyway, focus is the first card coming out. First of all, I do get a very strong intuitive feeling. I feel like this person sees you or thinks of you as someone who's very intuitive. It's almost like somebody who has eyes in the back of their head. I also get the sense that you are very focused. Notice the eye on the hand. I want to focus on that a little bit. Some of you might be very good with your hands, or you might do stuff with your hands. They might associate something with your hands. So some of you might be artistic with your hands in some kind of form. Maybe you do a hobby, or you're an artist, or you create with your hands or do something with your hands. I do feel that, but that might not be for everyone. We also have the Sagittarius symbolism here. So maybe for some of you, there's some strong Sagittarius in your chart. They might think of you as a traveler, a wanderer, a spiritual person. Sagittarius is a very spiritual sign. So, because it's connected to the 9th house, which is a religious house, a traveling house, a house of expansion and learning new things, learning new cultures as an example. So some of you might be, you know, maybe you guys are prone to like be interested in foreign languages or foreign films, or, you know, maybe traveling literally in a sense, or maybe you're very interested in philosophy and learning, higher education as an example too. Those are also Sagittarian traits. So, with focus here, though, I do believe that this person sees you as someone who's very focused. The other thing here, and perhaps they admire the way that you are focused on things, the way that you kind of really dive deep into something. You search every inch of something as you're kind of studying it. So maybe there's a passionate side to you that really just loves to absorb new information, and it's like when you get into something, you just drown in it. You know, where you just, I'm going to jump off into this cliff and explore every aspect of this new thing I'm in. So we also have Salamander. And it says here, it talks about creative work, infinite wisdom, alchemy. And so for some of you, maybe you are very creative. And that might be something that they really think of you as a very creative person. Creativity does not always come in the form of art, you know, like painting or music. it can also be, we can be creative in so many ways. We can be creative in how we decorate, in how we rearrange, how we manage to, I'm shocked that some people are creative enough to pack like a whole, like their whole life in a suitcase, because I've never been able to do that. So if you're one of those people, well, damn, that's creative right there, knowing how to pack properly. There's so many ways in which we can be creative, but I would say this person, they see you as a creative person or a creative individual. So some of you might work in creative fields, or you have a hobby, a creative hobby, but again, you might just have attributes that are very creative. You might know how to kind of make lemonade out of lemons, that sort of thing. The infinite wisdom too, again, kind of calls to me this intuitive vibe that you give off to this person. I feel like they definitely see you as somebody who's very wise for your age, for your years. Perhaps they feel like you have a lot of knowledge and wisdom about life in general. Like maybe you have an old soul vibe here. Okay, so let's ask some tarot. Okay, group number one's person. What do they think of them? What does this person think of them? What does this person think of them? Oh. Okay, sorry, I dropped one. Let me try to pick it up. There we go. There we go. So a driven, passionate person, you might be very much business oriented, or have the mind of somebody who's very much in charge of their life, who's very driven and focused on their passions and their goals. Some of you are really turning over a new leaf in your life too, or you've recently changed something, or you're about to, okay? So I do feel like this is the energy of strong changes and strong perspectives changing. And again, the Judgment card can imply that this person has felt like they've learned a lot from you, or that you've definitely impacted them in ways that changed their life. Or again, there's that ability there under the surface. It's almost like, especially for those of you who do not know this person very well yet, they might sense that you're somebody that could really change their perspective, somebody that could really offer a new perspective in life, and maybe perhaps be pivotal. It's almost like, I know that this person's going to be important in my life, right? That kind of feeling. Again, there's the owl there on the tree. So again, there might be this idea of wisdom on your end, feeling, associating you as a very wise person and somebody who knows a lot. And again, maybe you also give great advice, perhaps because of the changes you've undergone and gone through. There is a little bit of a carefulness to you here with the Nine of Wands. Perhaps this person might feel at times that you flip-flop between having up strong boundaries versus maybe being very friendly. So I do wonder if you kind of come off a little bit dualistic to this person. They might feel like at some points it's very easy to talk to you, very, like I would say very easy and simple. But other times you might give off the vibe that intimidates them a little bit. So I do feel like that could be a little bit of a dual thing here. And I think, the Nine of Wands really talks about somebody working and striving towards something and kind of really sticking to their guns on a situation. So they might see you a little bit as stubborn at times, maybe sticking to your guns on your opinions and, fighting for something too. There's a sense of protection here too. Notice how there are these people behind him. So I do wonder if you're a very protective person in your life, like you protect those around you or you protect those behind you. Maybe you kind of fight for the underdog as an example. Now, with the Three of Cups, of course, this is a beautiful card. It does talk about happiness, fulfillment, joy, and good times. I think this person thinks of you as somebody who's very easy to get along with a lot of the times. Maybe there's a little bit of a boundary. This could also be that sometimes you face different opinions with this person, but overall they still find you to be a very good person. Very kind and friendly to other people. And yeah, I feel like for some of you, especially for those of you who are inquiring about like maybe a crush or someone you don't talk to, there might be a specific message here for you that this person might find you unattainable because you are around your friends. If you're around your friends, this person might find it hard or difficult to approach you. Okay? So definitely keep that in mind for those of you that are kind of asking about a crush, or maybe someone who doesn't quite know you very well yet. There might be an intimidation around friendship or people that you hang around. But yeah, I would definitely say this person they think you're popular as well. I would say this person thinks you're popular, friendly, and outgoing in their mind. You may not feel like that, okay? That's the one thing too, is that how people perceive us is not always how we are. You know, I've had people, even in my own family, assume that I'm extroverted, and then I have other ones who think I'm extremely introverted, and it's totally like they put on their glasses and they see me how they want to see me, right? So keep that in mind, right? Okay, so group number one's person, what do they think about them? Well, we got one. Ta-da! Silence. Ooh, look at the keys here. So I definitely am picking up strong secretive vibes. Like there's a lot that they want to discover and to know about you. I think this person realizes that there's a lot more to you, a lot more depth under the surface, that they've only just kind of skimmed the beginning of getting to know you. Even if you've known each other for a long time, I feel like this is somebody who still feels like you have a lot to say. The two keys here too, keys to me represent significance. They represent also opening doorways, right? And new pathways. I think that for a lot of you, this person really does feel a sense of like we were meant to be in some way in each other's lives. Again, I feel like this person kind of senses this mysterious aura around you. They still kind of want to dig in and get to know who you really are. They might feel like at this point you're keeping some sort of secrets from them. Just gonna say that. Let me see here. Magic. Wow. Okay, so very powerful card here showing up. I feel like this person, maybe some of you literally work magic, or they think of you as a bit of a witchy person. Okay. We have some of you, I wonder if you really do wear gemstone bracelets as an example. I'm picking that up for some of you, but that aside, there is a sense of you that's a little bit maybe on the magical side. Maybe it's something that you wear, like a necklace or accessories, or maybe it's a vibe you give off. Magic to me also really makes me think that this person, they really think you can accomplish anything, that you are full of possibility, that you have a lot of power in your hands, and you can direct that energy in ways that maybe there's a little bit of unpredictability to you, is what I get. I think this person finds you to be a little bit unpredictable in some way. But I feel like this person definitely thinks of you as a very capable person. Someone who's very much able to kind of create the life that they want. So I think they think quite highly of you. And one final card here. What does group number one's person think of them? Oh, beauty. Well, certainly this person finds you very attractive and beautiful. Physically, you are their ideal. Even if it's platonic, they think you're a very beautiful person. They like the way that you present yourself to the world. And physically, you're their type. Okay, so even if it's platonic, we can still admire and think, our friends are beautiful, or, our family members, and so on and so forth. So it doesn't really matter what the connection is. This person does find you to be very attractive. So if there's been any insecurity on that end, on your part, I would say that that's not something to worry about. I think this person finds you to be beautiful on the inside and on the outside, right? Inside and outside, okay? Because there's definitely like a lot of there's such mysterious vibes coming off of you. I feel like this person just wants to like kind of get to know you and know every part of you. Even if you feel like you've known this person for a long time, I think there's still a lot for this person that they feel like they need to learn about you. And that's how they really see you at this time, okay? So, with that being said, that's your reading. And I really hope this was insightful and interesting for you. Let me know in the comments below how it resonated if you want to. Of course, obviously, it's sometimes hard to confirm such readings because, unless you can ask the person yourself, or they've mentioned certain things, or you feel like you do give off that vibe, it sometimes can be hard to know. But I really hope this was fun for you to listen to, and let me know in the comments below what you thought. And I always appreciate giving me a thumbs up. It really helps the algorithm. So does commenting. Thank you very much for all the comments that you do leave, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a blessed day. Take care. Hey guys, if you chose group number 2 here with this beautiful little candle holder, this is your reading. So let's go ahead and get started on your reading. So what does the person on your mind think of you? What's kind of going through their head? How are they perceiving you? So let's get started with these 2 oracle cards. So we have memory, rosemary, and we have ancestors, family, survival, death, and worship. This is quite interesting. Now, this might be quite specific, okay? Because we have memory and we have ancestors, and there is a mention of death. So if you've lost anyone recently, or you've had someone significant die in your life, they might really think of you as, I don't know, there might be something there in regards to that, okay, for some of you, okay? So maybe you're surviving somebody, or somebody has passed away in your life, and that's kind of on the forefront of their mind as an example, okay? Now, family, of course, and memory makes me feel like this person has fond memories of you, perhaps. Maybe literally there's a family connection here. Maybe your families know each other or something along those lines, okay? But memory really it's sparking to me that there is definitely a lot of memories that this person associates with you. Or maybe perhaps you come off as a very nostalgic person, someone who's very much engaged in keeping memories alive, as an example. So I don't know, maybe some of you have just been posting a lot of memories on Facebook, but you know, like the memory posts. I mean, of course, that's a possibility on a very mundane level. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing here. That's quite an interesting message coming through. So it makes me feel like this person also, you know, what kind of it strikes me as is that perhaps there's like a bit of a past life feeling. Perhaps there. Maybe there's like an instinctual knowing here on this person's part that perhaps you've shared something in a past life, or especially if you haven't known this person very long and you maybe don't resonate with like perhaps someone passing away in your life or something like that, okay? I'm going to go ahead and read the memory card. I didn't do that in group number 1, but I want to read it here. This is number 16, by the way, and then we have card number 1. So for those of you that are fans of numbers, deeper levels of connection with people, concept, and plans are all areas that Rosemary works with. You are reminded to ensure that you are in touch with your inner wisdom, paying heed to the past, and have cleared what needs to be released. Listen to your intuition as it is calling you at present, but be wary of gossip or becoming tactless or too forceful. Well, that's an interesting message. The other thing I want to say here is that, first of all, of course, there could be an intuitive vibe to you. But the one thing that kind of touches me here intuitively is this paying heed to the past. I wonder if in some way if this person feels like you're connected to memories at this time. So maybe they feel like you're attached to old situations in your life, okay? That you're maybe not letting certain memories go. And that might be that, okay, for some of you, you might be carrying past pain and they see it, okay, in some kind of way. So perhaps if you have insecurity issues that come from your family or your ancestors, they might actually see this more than you think, or they think of you as somebody who's facing these sorts of things. Maybe you come from a troubled family, or some kind of situation like that, okay? You might be, for some of you, breaking free from these types of patterns as well, and they might see that. Now, Spirit Guides, what does group number 2's person think of them? Okay, so we have the Empress, the Nine of Swords, the Nine of Wands, and the Five of Swords. Well, the Empress card can definitely speak of a motherly figure, so some of you might literally be a mother. For others of you, though, I do feel like this person thinks of you as somebody with full potential in their life, or perhaps they find you to be very beautiful, and maybe there is a family vibe here, because the Empress can represent the mother in some way. So maybe there's something going on with your mother that's on their mind at this point, or maybe there's something in regards to that for some of you. Please don't take it if it doesn't resonate. Don't try to make it fit, okay? Those of you that that message is for, you're gonna know it. Okay, you'll know it. You'll know exactly where your mind goes with it. You'll intuitively connect and click with it right away. So don't dig for anything. The Empress, though, tells me that this person does think very fondly of you. The Nine of Swords, though, there's a sense of anxiety here and defensiveness. I don't know if you and this person have had some sort of difficult time recently. I'm wondering for some of you, or you've been dealing with something very difficult or negative in your own life. They might be thinking of you as going through a period of anxiety or difficulty or strife at this point in your life. Or perhaps that's really kind of on the tip of their mind, or kind of right there in their mind. Maybe you've recently discussed something and that's really kind of directing how they're thinking about you, right? Sometimes when we're tapping into people's energy, we can definitely be tapping into a moment. So if you, like, for instance, as an example, spoke about your family issues about 2 weeks ago, or, 2 days ago, or 3 days ago, or whatever, it might be that it's on this person's mind heavily right now when they think about you. I feel like this is somebody who really feels like you have a whole lot of potential. I think they find you to be a creative, nurturing, and caring person. You have a warm, soft quality to you that this person appreciates, but there is a sense of you perhaps being a little bit defensive at times, or they get the vibe that you're a little bit defensive. Maybe for some of you, you've recently gone through a betrayal in your life, though, or an argument of some kind. Perhaps you've argued with this person or somebody in your life, but again, I kind of pick up this vibe that this person's getting, that I'm getting from this person, is that you've sort of experienced something like that recently. What does group number 2's person think of them? Oh, well, very accomplished and full of possibility. I think this person sees bright futures ahead of you, or lots of possibility. I think there's a little bit of concern here. The moon here can talk about things feeling a little bit foggy or unclear. Of course, it can talk about intuition, and maybe for a lot of you, you are very intuitive. This particular card here, that memory card, does talk about rosemary being associated with psychic abilities. So some of you might be quite intuitive. Maybe for some of you, you have an intuitive ancestor. Maybe, you have that. Like, for myself, it's like my great-grandmother was psychic, and my maternal grandmother. And I kind of passed, I guess, I kind of do what she did. Well, she was a tarot reader, actually. And she also did a lot of other stuff, too. But, yeah, so maybe you have something like that in your family for some of you. I wonder. I feel like that probably won't resonate for everyone, but there's a sense of somebody who thinks that you're full of accomplishment or full of possibility for accomplishment. I think this person puts you quite highly on a pedestal. I think that they think quite highly of you, but they might feel like you're troubled at this time, or that there's some sort of trouble in the connection. There's a little bit of a clarity issue here, I feel, in this connection. Perhaps this person, when they think of you, they think about past memories and maybe things that got confused between the two of you. With the Nine of Cups, though, I think that this person, they still feel quite positive. They think positively of you. And again, at times they might feel like you should dare to dream more, okay? But for others of you, I feel like as well, it could be said that they might see you as a dreamer. And again, somebody who has a lot of potential at their fingertips to kind of create a lot of happiness in their life. So I think this person sees you as very capable, okay? I'd say that they think quite highly of you, even if they haven't always expressed this to you. or at all, you know. Okay, so group number two's person, what do they think of them? Love. The rose quartz is there, so perhaps some of you are associated with rose quartz. Okay. Oh, interesting. So here we have career. So they might be actually thinking about your career or your potential possibilities. Okay. So I wonder, what that could mean in particular for some of you. There is some sort of thoughts about your career. I wonder again if this comes into that accomplishment vibe as well. Like maybe they think you're very accomplished in your career, or that you have a lot of possibilities to become accomplished in your career. But there's definitely a focus on what you do for your life. And I think this person wants to see you succeed, honestly. Courage and love here. So love doesn't always have to mean romantic. I'm reading this open-ended. Okay, so I'm not trying to really focus on this being romantic. I'm not really focusing on, in fact, I almost wonder if this is platonic or familial for some of you. Okay, now if it's a crush, and you know this person feels the same for you, well, then that's of course a different matter altogether. And that might mean that, this love is romantic, but keep it realistic. But I would say that this person sees you as somebody they care about. I think they think of you as somebody who's very feminine in a way, or very gentle. Not to put out stereotypes or anything like that. I don't like to really perpetuate those. In fact, that's been something I'm not into. I never have been, but yeah, so not to kind of push that, but there's a sense of gentleness here in this card. And beauty. I wonder if some of you have strong Venus or Libra placements in your chart. Not for all of you. And then there's Leo here possibly, because we have a Lion here and a Leo here. So there might be strong Leo in your chart as well. And courage is here. So I do feel like this person thinks that you're quite courageous in your life. Perhaps you are able to kind of battle certain situations that would break them down, as an example. Perhaps like your mind is very strong and you kind of like go forward on things in a way that really impresses them. I do want to say this person, I think they do think of you as a very strong individual. And perhaps they've seen you do some things that they find to be very courageous. Whether that's going on a trip they've never been to, or, to a place they've never been to, or, again, getting through troubles and kind of holding your head up high. There's a sense of pride with Leo, so there might be a prideful side to you where they see how you kind of really try to drive yourself towards something and meet your goal, as an example. Perhaps there's a little bit of a fixed energy in your chart. A stubbornness. Well, I would say this person thinks quite highly of you. I'm very curious to hear in the comments about how this resonates. I'm sure that some of you will have some things to say, so I'm really excited to hear these things in the comments. But let me know what you thought of the reading. Did you enjoy it? Was it enlightening? Was it interesting? Let me know in the comments. And I wish you all the very, very best. And I hope you have a blessed day. Take care of yourself, and I will see you on the next reading. Bye-bye. Hey friends, so if you chose group number 3 here with this beautiful little butterfly, this is your reading. So let's go ahead and dive in and see what the person on your mind thinks about you. So we're starting off with 2 oracle cards, the ones that Catherine got me off my wish list. Woohoo! Okay, and the decks are down below in the description box if you want to see them. So let's just get started. So we have passion here with beetroot. Very interesting. Leo symbolism up here. So this could imply that this is a romantic connection, or that there are romantic feelings. Leo is associated with the 5th house, which is the house of romance. And with passion being here, of course, it does make me think that perhaps there is a little bit of a passionate influence between the two of you. They might have passionate thoughts about you. As well, this could be thinking of you as someone who's very passionate. For some of you, I do feel like you have an inner fire in you that really just keeps you going forward. I do feel like you are a passionate person, to be honest. I feel like this person picks those vibes up off you very strongly. So perhaps you speak, a certain way about things that really just impresses them as you holding a lot of passion. So it could be raising your voice and speaking loudly, or it could be talking quick and excitedly when you are, feeling really inspired about something. Where in the heck did the book go? I was trying to find the guidebook here because I thought maybe I'd take a peek at the meaning of this particular card, like maybe see if there's something written that would be helpful or informative here. But, well, guess what? I don't know where I put, oh, there it is. Got it. Okay, so it's number 7, and then we have number 32. So definitely I like to sometimes I like to say what numbers are there because it can really touch someone, or they might resonate with that. So look at the core of what usually motivates you for direction and lifting of any negative energies, because a focus on self-love and developing a better understanding is needed. Beetroot supports your heart chakra, and I always want to say chakra because everyone says it that way, and then I hear it that way often, and then I just want to repeat it that way. Chakra. And will show you that new projects, personal goals, and emotional healing are all in positive light with a chance of success. Challenges include family disagreements and getting stuck on the superficial. Well, of course, this could indicate, of course, that you are working through these challenges, like maybe family disagreements or getting stuck in things that are superficial. Maybe for some of you, they think of you as somebody who's actually not superficial. Perhaps you are one to kind of buck the traditions when it comes to traditional ideas and familial ideas, perhaps things that have been passed down. Maybe for some of you, you're just interested in kind of lighting your own fire and doing what you want rather than what other people want. Okay? I do wonder if maybe there's a little bit of a rebellious nature here. With 32, mirror magic, it says lunar light, past life, spectrum, and self-care. Interesting that we have self-care and self-love. So I think this person, there's a focus on your self-confidence. And I feel like this could go either way. For some of you, you might be really much working on your self-love and your self-care at this time, and they might think of you as somebody who's very much engaged in taking care of those things. But on the other hand, perhaps this person thinks you need to do a little bit more of that. The one thing about passion is that passion can really drive us to go over and beyond, right? When I'm feeling very passionate about something, I can just throw myself into it without any, without abandon. Like, I'll just go for it. And maybe for some of you, there's this passionate aspect to you where you're just really going towards something. And with the mirror magic too, the fact that she's holding the mirror up makes me feel like this person, they think of you as mirroring a lot of their own qualities. I feel like when this person looks at you, they think of you as mirroring a lot of their own behaviors, or they see certain aspects of you in themselves, or vice versa. You know what I'm saying? So, and there's a past life influence too, perhaps, here that this person recognizes. So group number 3's person, what do they think of group number 3? What does this person on their mind think of them? Well, shoot. Hold on, I'll get that in a minute. What do they think of them? Oh, yeah. Perhaps they might think of you as overworking. Okay, maybe you're the type that really gets into something and you just go all out and get crazy on it. Oh, there we go, Knight of Wands. Okay, so we have, interesting. So we have the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles coming out. So 2 court cards, both are knights. One is fire, one is earth. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Those are the signs that could be associated with these cards. So maybe you're one of these. The Wheel of Fortune definitely tells me that this person finds you to be a very lucky person. There also might be the energy of you really moving, and perhaps you are lucky. Maybe this person perceives you as having lucky things happen to you, or fate kind of sending you a lot of favors. as an example. So they might think that you're lucky to have the car you drive, or that you got this good job, or that you have this or that. There's a factor to this person that feels like they think of you as a lucky person or a blessed person. Like maybe perhaps things kind of work out in your favor. But I wouldn't say that this person thinks of you as somebody who just doesn't work for anything either. I think they see the effort you put into things and the way that you kind of go after certain things. The Ten of Wands implies that this person might think that you're very much burdened at this time or held down by certain situations. Again, for some of you, this person might think that you need to take more time for yourself because you're overdoing it. Okay? So I definitely pick up that message possibly, is that this person might find you to be overdoing it, overextending yourself. Maybe you have that personality or that energy. What is group number 3's person? Oh my goodness, I'm just dropping all the cards. Oops, sorry. Oh, nice. Prosperity and boundaries. Well, with prosperity, of course, this person might see you as very prosperous. They might think of you as a very prosperous person. Now, prosperity does not always come in the form of riches and gold, right? Of course, it's depicted this way, and of course, they might see you as somebody who's wealthy or who has a good amount of prosperity in their life. You know, maybe comparing you to themselves as an example. They might feel like you have a lot more than they do, or you have the potential to do more than they can do. I do feel like this person values you as well. They see you as a valuable person. They think of you as somebody who has value in their life. The other thing too is, like I said, prosperity can come from many different aspects in our life. So again, this might be all encompassing, especially because of the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. The boundaries card's interesting because I wonder if this person feels like you're putting up some sort of boundary. They might think of you as kind of putting up a boundary lately. Perhaps they feel like you've been kind of shutting them out, as an example. Let me see. What does group number 3 think of? What's their person think of them? Well, this is very interesting. So look at that. I talked about the mirroring, right? Up in this card and in that original oracle card. Now we have Judgment, and you can see two people chained up and looking at each other. And it makes me feel like, again, there's a mirroring here. And for some reason, I do wonder if this person has been where you've been before, or they think they have. Oh gosh, it comes through strongly. And there's two same owls. There's like something that they think of you as like kind of being a counterpart to them in a way, or somebody that really reminds them of themselves. Like I feel like this person thinks you share a lot of similar qualities, or at least if it's not similar now, it might have been similar in the past. Like as an example, perhaps like a mother sees her daughter acting like herself, as an example, or that sort of thing. Like, I really get the strong mirroring energy here. Like this person feels like you mirror them and that you're a pair in some way. There might be this person, well, first of all, you might have really good insights, psychological insights that they see when it comes to breaking chains. So maybe you recommended this person a book that's very freeing psychologically, as an example. Maybe you recommend spiritual activities or spiritual topics up for their attention that help them sort of brush out of like certain ideas or mindsets that they've had. I definitely feel like you have a lot of like intuitive knowledge, and there's something about you that comes off very wise to this person. So I do feel like they think you hold a lot of wisdom. Maybe there's a guidance factor to yourself. Maybe you're the type of person that they can go to for advice. But I would like to say, I think this person really thinks quite highly of you. I want to make that clear for sure. I might take one more card here. What does group number 3's person think of them? Family. Again, maybe there is a family connection here. Maybe they feel like you're a family member, or that there's a sense of belonging. Perhaps they think of you as being very much invested in your family, and you take care of your family. Perhaps there's a lot of thoughts concerning your family at this time, and that's on their mind when they think of you. I definitely get the strong sense of kindred spirits. Again, wow, lighten your load. Again, this person, I think they think that you take on too much, that you totally overdo it at times. Maybe you carry too many things at one time, or you do too many things at one time. Spirit guide came out. And spirit guide to me really makes me feel like this person, they, again, mirror imaging. I'm seeing, right? Look at that, mirror imaging. I think this person really thinks that you guys have a lot in common. That's just so clear in the cards. I've never had it come through so strongly before in multiple cards. And I'm live shuffling. You can see me do it. And it's definitely coming through very strongly. Friendship here. This person might really think of you as a friendly person. Of course, if there's a friendship here, or, you know, there could be this association with you in regards to warm feelings and friendship and kindness and such things like that. I think this person values you in quite a lot of ways. Maybe with friendship, of course, there's this desire to spend more time together with you, especially if you've been quite busy lately. They might want to nurture the friendship a bit more. Or, you know, even if you're in a romantic relationship, right? Because a romantic relationship still need friendship, you know, coming from an Aquarius 7th houser. Oh gosh, somebody asked me, or not asked, in a community I am on Facebook about the descendant sign and blah blah blah, and someone said, I'm an Aquarius 7th house and I hate Aquariuses, and I'm like, well, first of all, I love them, but I was like, she's like, I would never get with an Aquarius, and well, I explained to her some stuff about how that works. You know, Aquarius rules friendship, so I got a lot of people with the Aquarius 7th house are going to want friendship in their relationship, you know. But anyway, I feel like, so that's what I'm saying, is essentially is that friendship's important to this person. I think they think of you as a friend, and maybe perhaps more with passion, okay? But again, I feel like this person thinks you're a passionate individual, essentially, and that you come off as a very passionate person. They might see you as just quite busy, though, and quite fluttery, like you're all over the place lately. Again, these might be current thoughts we're tapping into when you watch this reading. But yeah, that's overall what I see this person thinking of you as. A very, very nice reading, I think. I don't see anything that's terrible. So that's nice. Isn't that a bonus? Let me know what you thought of the reading down below in the comments. I'd love to hear from you guys. And I wish you all the very, very best. Have a blessed day wherever you are. And I'll see you in the next reading. Hello, my friends. If you chose the last group here, group number 4 with this beautiful pendulum, thank you, Darlene. This is your reading. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll set it right next to the butterfly from group number 3. So what does your person think of you? Let's find out. So we have regeneration with tarragon. And we have witch's wounds, remedy, magical medicine, sacred heart, another day. We have 17 and 36, so these might be relevant numbers to you. Just keep that in mind. I actually am going to do things a little bit differently. I'm going to start off, and I want to read the message to the card 36, because I feel like I need to for this particular group. So I shall do that. You are the vessel of experience, and your heart is a cauldron of power and change. Craft a psychic golden crown and place it atop your heart. You are worthy of redemption. You are worthy of healing and peace. Refrain from annoyance or anxious impatience. All things are carried out in nature's process. When we prioritize our work and we push away our aches for another day, we rob the spirit of healing. Follow your intuition. Pains are not meant to stay forever. Tend to your wounds and ensure they do not fester into something bigger. Wow. That, along with regeneration, is a very interesting message. I wonder if this person thinks of you as going through some sort of healing process at this moment, pushing away our aches for another day in favor of work, as an example. I wonder if some of you have those qualities where you busy your mind in order to ignore your problems. So, to be honest, this person might think of you as ignoring your problems in some way or aspect, shape, or form. We also have a person who really thinks that you are... It's interesting. If you've had an argument with this person, redemption, worthy of redemption, I think it implies that this person feels like you are someone who should be forgiven, that things can work out. So that might be quite positive for some of you to hear, because maybe for some of you, you're having a difficult relationship with this person and you want to heal things. I would say this implies that this person thinks things can be healed and that you do deserve, like, for things to work out. Even if you haven't had an argument, I think this person feels very strongly about your redemption in life and your possibility in general, like that you have a lot of possibility for yourself. Now, the regeneration card, what to do next is something that needs focus under the influence of tarragon. It will often indicate what work needs to be done to align the physical with the spiritual. A gift could be coming your way soon, and a relationship will step up a level. Look at what can be redone if given extra care to grow again, or if bringing it back into your life will serve you in a positive way. Tarragon also highlights plagiarism or taking inspiration without credit. Well, I don't really pick up that this person thinks you're a plagiarist, but I'm more aligned with the idea that perhaps this person thinks of you as somebody they would like to restart things with or refresh things with, especially for those of you that have found difficulties in this relationship between the person you're asking about and yourself. This person could be thinking about giving you a gift, literally, and perhaps about maybe increasing the relationship level. Again, it talks about that. But essentially, though, I do feel there's a regenerative, I cannot say that, influence here to you. We have the sign of Aries showing up here in the symbolism. So some of you might be Aries. But look at this. This kind of reminds me of all the elements here. So maybe you have a good balance in your chart. But some of you might be strong Aries placements. Okay, so group number 4's person, what do they think about? Oh. Definitely a dreamer. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. Yeah, you definitely give this person dreamy vibes. Like you come off as very daydreamy. Some of you might be even quite distracted easily. Maybe you don't listen very well. Or you're the person who goes, huh? Because you were kind of daydreaming. It doesn't mean that you're like inattentive as a human being, but you might, it might be that sometimes you kind of drift off into your own little fantasy world. And maybe some of you have strong Neptune or Pisces placements in your chart. The Two of Pentacles, though, does tell me this person thinks of you as quite responsible. I think that they definitely see you as somebody who can handle a lot of things. So maybe you're good at multitasking or getting a lot done. You might do a lot of things in your life. Like you might work really hard. You might be always working on multiple things. Or again, too, there could be that easily distracted at times vibe coming through again. But the Two of Pentacles also, for those of you that are maybe in a difficult connection, again, this might be somebody who thinks that they could work things out with you in a practical way. This person definitely looks up to you, okay? They think of you very, very highly. I feel like this person thinks that you are the bee's knees or just the most amazing person. I think they definitely idolize you a bit. There's a sensitivity or an innocence to you as well that they pick up. You give off innocent vibes. Even if you're not innocent, this person kind of feels like you're a very innocent person. That you just kind of... Wow. I could have sworn I saw something crawling in the corner of my eye. Maybe some of you are scared of spiders or bugs. Anyway, no, but there's definitely... And there's a creative spark to you, an intuitive spark as well that they really think of you as being associated with. Giving is something that the Six of Pentacles can represent. This also can imply that this person thinks you're better off than them. Or, I mean, it could be vice versa. They might think they're better off than you financially and that they could help you out. Or vice versa. It feels like that, you know, honestly, the Six of Pentacles usually implies that there's a little bit of a, it's balance but disbalance at the same time. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of one of those tricky cards because it can really kind of go in two directions. But I do feel like in this case, I'm getting one of you as being very much more, perhaps better off than the other. But again, there's this sense of charity and kindness to you. You probably are somebody that they think goes out of their way to help other people. You're probably the type that would, you know, give someone some money on the street if you could, or do something kind. Very kind heart and very innocent. Perhaps this person even thinks that you could easily be taken advantage of as well. The star here is a card of healing, and the fact that regeneration is here as well makes me think this person, well, there might be a healing influence around you. Maybe you heal other people or you guide other people in some way. They might think of you as somebody who is the person everyone goes to for advice. But again, there could also be this desire here to sort of heal the connection, as an example as well. For some of you, this is the only group I feel like that came through where maybe there was some sort of difficulty or something, possibly, in their relationship. And it doesn't, that wouldn't affect how they think of you. It's more like they would, you know, they still think positively of you. I feel like this person, again, the Seven of Cups can talk about lots of options and possibilities. So perhaps this person feels like you need to pick something right now, or they think of you as somebody who dilly-dallies when it comes time to make a decision. So you might kind of go to a restaurant and have a hard time deciding what you want. Okay, so group number 4. What does their person think of them? Friendship. Prosperity. Aw. Well, definitely, I think that they think of you as somebody who prefers a peaceful situation rather than anything, that you want to solve things calmly. You don't like to argue or fight, really. I think that this person perceives you as somebody who would choose a peaceful solution over anything. So sometimes that can kind of come into maybe not making decisions or certain decisions because you'd rather kind of keep things peaceful in your life. Friendship here. This person thinks of you as a good friend, like somebody that they are very much connected to, they can talk to. I think that you embody friendship for them. And that doesn't mean that there's nothing more to it, by the way. It just means that that's the focus for them. For some people, it's really important to have friendship in a relationship, right? We have psychic abilities and lighten your... Okay, so for some of you, this person thinks that you have psychic abilities or that you are very intuitive, okay? Prosperity and lighten your load. Again, there might be a lot of focus on money and keeping yourself busy, working a lot, taking on too much. This person might see you as always slouched over doing something, I get. But, yeah. This person might think you're doing a lot with your life or getting too many. They might even think you're overdoing it, okay? There's a good chance here with lighten your load that they feel like you're even overdoing it at times, like overextending yourself. They could, you know, also see you as maybe somebody who likes to spend some money. What does group number 4's person think of them? Aww, gratitude. That warm, fuzzy feeling in the heart. I think this person's grateful for you in their life. To have you as somebody in their life. Yeah, devotion. Look at this kind of a coupling here. We have the surrender card here with the 2 whales. And then we have this devotion card here with the couple as well. Devotion here. I think this person thinks of you as someone who's very devoted to them, perhaps. And I do feel with that surrender card that sometimes they feel like you give up or surrender on something too fast. I'm just going to say it. Some of you might not like to hear it, but they might think you give up on ideas too fast. And that's not always a bad thing sometimes, but they also might think you surrender too easily in arguments or in situations. Like maybe there's a sacrificial kind of nature to you where you just kind of like let things go quite easily. With devotion here, I do feel like this person thinks of you as someone very, like I said, devoted and supportive to them. I think this is also somebody who wants to kind of be that for you as well. But gratitude. Again, this might be somebody who thinks of you as full of gratitude. You might mention a lot of signs and synchronicities, I'm feeling too. So they might think of you as somebody who kind of talks a lot about spiritual signs. Maybe you point out the time or little things like that to them. But there's a sense of this person being grateful in their heart that you're in their life. I think that this person really appreciates your presence. And again, they might feel like you're very grateful, that you don't need a lot to be happy, that you're full of dreams and hopes and possibilities, and you're just like very grateful, easily grateful, not a complainer necessarily. I don't really get strong complainer vibes, actually. It's almost like you're somebody who can make do with what you have, maybe even more so than other people. But that is what I am seeing for those of you that chose group number 4. I really hope this reading was insightful for you. I hope it was interesting. Let me know in the comments below how you felt about it. Let me know if you picked group number 4. I want to hear. And yeah, I wish you all the very, very best, okay? So take care, and I will see you on the next reading. Bye-bye.